Hi guys, Debbie from Resin Hut here. So today I'm going to be doing these two little trinket trays. So we've got that one there and we've just got the normal round one. Now I have done quite a few of these with resin. I know that this one takes about 180 of resin and this one takes about 110. So what I've done today, I've sort of given up using the times the resin by 1.75 because it seems to be a bit hit and miss with it. So what I've done today is I've done 450 of the powder and 180 of the liquid. So I'm going to mix it together like I did in my previous video. I'm going to divide it into the two colors. I haven't decided what colors I'm going to go with, but I just fancy doing something really bright today. So a lovely bright blue, something along the primary colors. So like a nice blue, red or yellow. I haven't quite decided, but I want to do sort of half white and half of whatever other color I'm going to choose. I'm going to try, we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to try and sort of do the two sort of say reds on this side or yellows, whatever color I choose in the end, and then the white on either end. With this one, I'm just going to sort of just do a half and half pour with that and just see how it comes out. So again, I won't bore you with the mixing. I'm going to just mix it up quickly, divide it into the two. I'll come back and I'll let you know what color I decided and I finally settled on. Might take me a few minutes, but I'll be back in a millisecond, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Right, so as I said, I've divided the mixture into two. I've run out of my white for my colors, so I've put acrylic white paint in, which you can use with Jesmonite, the same as what you can with resin, but obviously just take care when you are doing that, because Jesmonite, you cannot put as much as you do with resin, otherwise it doesn't set. I generally put about a teaspoon of the white acrylic paint in. I don't know, it's still not really as white as what I'd like it, but unfortunately I don't want to put any more in and then have this flop. So I'm going to just do the four corners. Let me just change hands here. I always do it right-handed and I'm actually left-handed. I'm just going to do the four corners first with this. Oh, as I said, I'm not going to do four corners. Sorry, I'm going to do it like that. For those of you who don't know, Jesmonite it's not naturally white in color, so it's got a kind of a brown, I wouldn't say brown, it's almost like a very fair cream color. So if you are wanting to get it really bright white, then you would need to mix the white with it to get it up. Right, I think that's enough for the blue. I'm just going to just, now again, I don't know if this is going to be enough for both of these. I have doubled it. I've also got a few extra very small molds just in case it's not enough for both of these, but I think it might be. But we live and learn, and this is all about art. You do it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just going to put a little bit more. As you can see, this doesn't take long to start thickening up. It's already thicker than what it was originally. Oh, and I've got dirt inside my mold. Typical. Right. Actually, I don't think this is too bad. I think this might actually be enough for these two molds. And I do quite like this. It's not as brown as what it normally is, the Jesmonite, but it's not completely white either. but it actually goes really nice with this pale blue, so I'm quite happy with the result with this. I'm just going to have to get a stick just to get the rest of this out. The only downside to using this big jug is, unfortunately, you get very messy when you have to get down to the bottom of the jug, because there's still quite a bit of Jesmonite down the bottom there. Right, so let's get the rest of it out. Right. Oh, dripping all over the place as I always do. Go figure. Right, let me just get a little bit more of this white. I'm really start using my sorry guys, I'm not a typical woman, I don't multitask very well. I really should be using my silicone jugs. They're so much easier to work with. You can bend them, and wow, so that just shows you 450 of the powder and 180, which makes it up to 635, I think it was. I'll double check those figures, but it's actually more than double. So this is why, guys, I don't tend to believe the 1.75. I think it works on certain ones, but just I haven't been very impressed with it. Just trying to think if I can do anything else with what I've got left. No, not really. I mean, as you can see, there's barely enough left in there. There's obviously a fair amount in there because the jug is so big, so it doesn't look like there's a lot, but if you have to start scraping, it actually is. So I'm just going to quickly see. No, it's not going to be worth my while. Right, I'm just going to leave it there. Just put this in there. Right, so let me just move you back, guys, so you can see what I've done. Right, so that is pretty much done. Obviously, I do tend to wait a couple of minutes and then just wipe off around the sides, and leave it. I think this would only take about 20 minutes as well to set, because they're not very deep molds. They're quite shallow. I've just got to. That's one thing I haven't done is. You can really see how this is sort of got a bit of a layer on top already. That's how quick this stuff. Sorry, I told you I can't multitask. Oh dear. Yeah, it just shows you how quick this stuff goes off. It doesn't exactly waste time. I really want to get one of those pressure chambers for my resin, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I could use it for the Jesmonite, but I think by the time I've fiddled around and poured it all out and got it inside the pressure chamber, it would have set already, unless I use the retardant, which obviously that's something that I'm still waiting for. Actually, I need to find out why it's taking so long. Yeah, I mean, can you see already how I'll show you? This has literally been, what, a minute, 2 minutes? And can you see how it's already, not tacky, but it's almost setting in there already. Really quick. This, I mean, you know, they say 10 minutes, but, you know, the more I've worked with this Jesmonite, the more I've realized it's actually less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes is being generous, shall we say. So that's why I must check on that, my order. In case you don't know, retarder, sorry, get my teeth beginning in today. Retarder is a product, it's a liquid product that you can put into Jesmonite. It extends the use of the Jesmonite for 20 to 30 minutes as opposed to 10, which my experience with Jesmonite so far, it's kind of sort of 7 minutes, I'd say, as by the time 7 minutes comes and goes. I mean I mixed it. The second I finished mixing it, I turned the camera back on, so it was only sitting, I'd only finished mixing it, worst case scenario, 30 seconds before I started filming again. And by the time I came to pouring the second one, it was already going hard. Not hard where you couldn't work with it, you can still pour it. But I just can't wait to get my retarder to use with the Jesmonite. I just can't wait. I'm just, just to have that extra time where I don't feel like I've just run half a marathon, stirring the Jesmonite and then, trying to get it into the containers before it sets. I mean, you can see, look here, that is actually hard already. Oh, that one's not. That's strange, isn't it? Wow, learned something new. So, note to oneself and note to you guys. I put in, like I said, I'd say about, not a teaspoon actually, I think I put in about 3/4 of a teaspoon of the acrylic white paint. Now, this one I put into this blue, I put in 20 drops of the blue, and I put in about, like I said, 3/4 of a teaspoon of the acrylic paint. And that's really strange how that is set and that is still, yeah, it's still like liquid. So I've learned something new today, guys. I hope you have. Obviously the acrylic paint has had some type of a reaction with the Jesmonite. Not to say that it's not going to set. If it doesn't set, well, then we both learned something. Like I said, I didn't put a lot in, and it was quite a fair amount of white that I had. So if it doesn't set, then obviously I'll still post this so you can see what not to do, shall we say, with Jesmonite. I'll just show you this as well. Obviously I mixed it in, but in my haste I rushed, and if you look here, it's almost like that's a bit of the acrylic paint. So I might not have, that little part there, I might not have mixed in 100% rushing to get it done. What I might do is, yeah, it's definitely the acrylic paint. I can see it. But like I said, I know you can definitely add acrylic paint to Jesmonite. That I've even checked with the gentleman who I buy my Jesmonite from, and that is one of the things he said you can add. But I think the volume, I know resin is 10% or whatever you're pouring. I think Jesmonite is, I think something like 2% or 3%. I know it's not a lot lower, guys, so please don't quote me on that. I will find out, and then in my next video I'll let you know the exact amount, but I know that it's a lot lower quantity, whatever color you're putting into the amount of Jesmonite that you've got. Anyway, guys, I'll stop rambling on. I'll be back in, say, 15 to 20 minutes to get this unmolded. Let's hope it has set, otherwise it'll be a disaster. But hey ho, as I always say, you live and learn. So guys, hang tight, I'll be back in a millisecond for yourselves. Hi guys, right, I'm back. So it's been a little bit longer than what I first anticipated. I got a bit carried away in my kitchen sorting dinner out. So let's unmold and see if this acrylic paint has done any damage to the white. So far, oh wow, okay, it hasn't. So that's the finished product there. There's a few little holes there where I've obviously not bumped it up and down enough to get it up, but all in all, I think it's come out really nice. don't know if it'll show on the camera, but the acrylic white paint I put in didn't bring it up to a bright white, but as I said previously, I didn't want it to be on this occasion, because I normally, as you may not know, but I love my contrast colors, but on this occasion I didn't want it to be a bright white. I wanted it to be more, you know, there's something like 100 and something whites, I think, so I just wanted it to be more of a paler white as opposed to a really vivid bright white. It just goes nicer with the blue. But there is a few, there's a few little, I won't say holes, it's like, they're like little, yeah, almost like pinpricks. They're quite small. Underneath, obviously that would just need a good sanding down, just to flatten that out. If you would like me to do a sanding video, let me know. I'll have to go down to my garage to do that, as I don't want to get, I mean, this is not really as dusty as resin, and you know, I only tend to use 2 different sandpapers, and then I polish it up on my polishing machine. But if you do want to see that, you know, let me know. I'm happy to do that. Anyway, let's do the bigger one. This is, it's slightly bigger. I find this, even when I'm done this with the resin, I find it a bit of a nightmare with the corners. Like I said, I got sidetracked going downstairs. I didn't even pick off the pieces. Oh, there you go. It's actually a lot, it seems, I don't know, maybe it's just feels a lot easier than what it does when you try to take the resin out. Maybe it's because I've used it a few times now and it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as, well, it's more flexible, shall we say. And yeah, that's come out really nice as well. I like the two colours again with this. It looks like I've actually, just get that off there. I've actually managed to get all the bubbles out of here. There's a tiny little pinprick one there, but you know, a lot of people say it just adds to the character as well. Again with the back, it will need to be sanded down, and there's a few, you can see there's a few little holes, very small. They're not anything, as my dad used to say, nothing to write home about, shall we say. And there's one, a little bigger one there, but I mean, all in all, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could sand that down and get that out. But again, I think for something like this, it does actually bring character. So again, I'm just going to sand that down, make sure it's lovely and flat. Really happy that I didn't go overboard with the acrylic, the white paint, because I was a bit worried when it hadn't set earlier. So just bear that in mind. If you do use acrylic paint in with the Jesmonite, just remember that it does prolong the setting time. So I suppose you could be a little bit sneaky and just put sort of half a teaspoon or 3/4 of a teaspoon in with the Jesmonite if you want it to last a little bit longer and give yourself a little bit more time to play with it. Because I did find the white wasn't thickening up as quick as what the blue was. So there you go. You've learned something. I've learned something. Yeah, so that's the two. I'll put them down there and that one over there. Yeah, I'm really happy with those. I'll get them sanded down, and even though they're only going to be trinket trays, I still use, just grab it quickly, I still use the protectant on it, even though I know it's not going to have water on it. I know that it's not going to have heat on it. But I just do it as a precaution. I just think, you know, you use such a small amount of this stuff to give it that once over. I think, why not? I mean, I don't with my, I haven't done it with all of my things. I made a little teddy bear mold the other day, and I didn't put it on there. But I mean, even my woman statues, or the naked lady, or the goddess statue, however you want to word it, I even put it on that, even though I know it's not going to, no one's going to use it as an ashtray, or no one's going to use it or plant it in the ground, for argument's sake. But I still use it. I just think it just gives it a nice finishing touch. And like I said, with my eyesight, but I'm convinced it does look, just gives it a nicer finishing product to it. And that's about it, guys. So let me know what you think. I do want to also do the terracotta style. I have got about, Lord, I must have about 16 bags of Jesmonite chips, and they're starting to take over my drawer because I have got so many. I didn't want to do it with this because you may not know, or you might actually, the camera might pick it up. This has actually got it's not a flat surface, it's got 3 lumps in it. I could have actually done it with this one because this is quite a flat, but it is slightly raised as well. So I will be doing another video soon, and I will be doing the terracotta style, but I need to find something that's obviously got a flat surface and it's going to be really easy to sort of just do it once over. I might just actually do some coasters because I've only actually got 1 set of Jesmonite coasters, and that was done, I did that, oh Lord, must be about 3 months ago now. I think it was one of the first things I did when I got Jesmonite. So yeah, so if you do like the video and you did find it useful, guys, please subscribe, and as everyone says, hit the like button. I'm getting used to this YouTubing. Yeah, but if you do like it and you would like to see more videos, please subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see. One of my subscribers asked if I could please do some more Jesmonite products. I think her name's Jen. So this one's for you, Jen. You asked for it, I've given. I hope you've enjoyed it. And guys, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and I will see you all soon. Bye.